Welcome to another presentation from the donpotter.net website. I'm Don Potter, and I'm going to be doing a presentation for the Blend Phonics, Hazel Loring's Reading Made Easy with Blend Phonics. In 1997, Robert Sweet published an article, and it's entitled "A Century of Miseducation of American Teachers." And this caught my eye, and it's the reason that I went looking for this book. He said, "An effective answer to illiteracy. Let me offer a less costly and more effective answer." I have here a 25-page booklet called Blend Phonics, written by Hazel Loring, a master teacher born in 1902 who taught under both the whole word and phonics systems. The legacy she's left us is powerful. Within the pages of this little booklet is the cure of illiteracy as we begin in the 21st century. If every pre-service reading teacher, every reading supervisor, every kindergarten and first grade teacher in America had the information contained in Hazel Loring's 25-page booklet and taught it this fall, there would be such a dramatic decrease in illiteracy in this country that the national media would be forced to take notice. Well, that caught my eye, and so I went to the library alone and got a copy, and that was in 1999. So I had the book, but I had many other alpha phonics, phonics pathways, a lot of other good methods that I was using at the time, and so I really didn't have opportunity to use it. So last summer I decided to start using it with my tutoring kids, and I've used it here at the Christian school this year with my tutoring kids, and the results have exceeded my expectations. It is perhaps one of the best phonics programs available. It is free. I retyped it, and in 2003 I made it available on my website, donpotter.net, where it can be downloaded for free. So what we're going to do today, I'm trying to start a nationwide campaign to get Blend Phonics into every classroom in America. No matter what program you may be using in your school, I would like you to consider using, say, 15-20 minutes a day of Blend Phonics. Blend Phonics has 6 easy steps, perhaps the easiest phonics, absolutely the easiest phonics method I've ever taught. Maybe the most easy to teach in existence. It's actually foolproof. I don't think you could probably be almost impossible to teach it wrong if you follow the directions. Blend Phonics is especially good for preventing kids, dyslexia in children who might be prone to that problem, because it teaches directional guidance. We'll show that in just a minute. There are 6 steps, as I said. First, we study short vowels and consonants, then consonant blends and digraphs, long vowels, then we do vowel consonant E, and then we do R controlled vowels. Then there's vowel digraphs and diphthongs, both short and long, and then irregular spellings. And so in 6 easy steps, we teach 1,446 words in 3 to 4 months at the beginning of 1st grade. I've also used this with adults. I've also produced a reader that goes with it that you can download off the internet for free, and I also have, to assist the teachers, a very, very, very helpful a chart that's a unit progress chart that you can use to show how far your students have got, and the parents then can use the Blend Phonics reader in the evenings to use for homework for reading and writing and spelling practice. And I also have a certificate of completion that indicates when each step is completed. Let's launch into what you really want to see is how to teach this. Blend Phonics, as I said, is the easiest method that I know of for teaching. I'm going to try and pull something out of each one of these areas. You start out, the first word is going to be bat, and the way you teach it is this way. I'm going to write this in cursive. In your schools you may use printing. It makes no difference. I prefer cursive, even for beginning readers. You're going to begin with the letter B, and you tell the students the letter B says B, teaching the letter name and the sound at the same time, because we're going to be teaching spelling, and we're going to be teaching oral spelling as we teach the reading, which reinforces the alphabet principle. Also, notice we go in one direction. Now, we're going to teach in the short vowel. So we're going to teach the letter A, and we tell them the letter A says ah. Now let's put that together, boys and girls. We have the b, ah. When we put it together, we have ba. Notice there's no word there, and there's no way a student can guess. They see nothing but the beginning blend, and you teach them this is the beginning blend. Then we're going to add the letter T at the end. They've already got the ba. Then we add the T, so now what do we have? Bat. The next word is bag. Now, Miss Loring actually taught it this way, and I usually, when I began, I do it this way, and then as they get better, I start writing across the board. We use the word bag, B-A, and I asked the students, I said, okay, we have B-A. And so we have B-A. What is the blend? They'll give me the blend, ba. Excellent. The next letter I'm going to teach you is the letter G. Notice how the letter G is written and how it looks. Say the letter, say G, say good. G, and they'll say G says good. Excellent. Now, what is that word? We have bag, good. What's the word? And they'll say bag. Now, what we always do, and I failed to do this, every time you teach a word, you use it in a sentence. So we have the word, for example, the word bat, and I always say, give me a sentence with the word bat, and they'll say, the boy hit the ball with the bat. Good. We use bag, and I'll say, Sally, can you use a sentence with bag? And she said, yes, my mother bought groceries home in a bag. So every time you teach a word, you use it in a sentence. Notice there's only one way to go, left to right, because directional guidance is built into Blend Phonics. We go ahead, well then in the next lesson we'll do the I. So the first word is bib, so we're going to write B, and again Loring would put it underneath I and then put them together, B-I. B. So the student has B. Then we say, let's add another B at the end, and what is the word that we have? And the student will say, bib, bib. And so you continue through the program. The long vowels, let's see, the consonant blends, when I do it begins with ending consonant blends before the beginning consonant blends, and so when I do those, I'll write B-A-N. They already can do three-letter blends. And I'll say, what is it? And I'll say, band. I say, excellent. Now we're going to add another letter, and that gives us a blend. What's the word? Band. Sam wanted to play guitar in a band, always using it. When we do then we'll go on, when we introduce the long vowels, for example, I will start out B-A-K. The first word is actually bake, and I'll write B-A-K. Now they're going to sound it out with the short vowel because that's all they've learned. So they're going to say back. Then I write the E, and I says, now the E on the end makes the A say its name, and you can even draw a macron over that, and it's going to be A. So what's the word? They're going to say bake. Right, and E is silent. Mama baked a very, very good cake for me. Even when it doesn't make sense. For example, lack, L-A-K. I'll have them sound that out and they'll say lack. Excellent. Then we put the E on the end and they say lake. We do this for all of the long vowel words. When we come to the, for example, let's do the digraph double E. When we do the digraph double E, we're going to write, well, let me show you. And I teach them that is B, and then we can put a T at the end, and what do we have? Beat. So what you're going to do is you go through this book, and I will write, sometimes I'll write 100 words. However many words that the students are capable of learning, I will write on the board. Then I assign it as homework to read in the reader, and finally, when they get done, now what's happening, students that finish this generally are reading on a 3rd grade level. Thank you, Josh. We did pretty good, I think, this evening. We'll stop right there with this presentation. Be sure and see us at